Thank you so much for coming to tonight's performance of The Goddess of Vesta. This show was written and directed by Morgan Goodfellow, co-directed by Forster, and produced by Doody. During this production, due to cast illness, the role of the priest will be played by Morgan Goodfellow. This show will have some instances of flickering lights. In case of emergency, the fire exits are here and here. Please remember to switch off your phones and enjoy the show.
A lone goddess walks towards an underground chamber.
A former goddess walks towards an underground chamber.
An innocent woman walks towards an underground chamber.
She proclaims her innocence to the people on the streets, begging for them to listen.
But no one cares.
Because she's already been found guilty by an all-powerful judge, so she must pay. The sentence?
Live burial.
Where she will never be seen again.
I was 5 years old when I was first told about the Goddess of Vesta. My mother sat me down and told me the story of a beautiful woman who loved our land so much.
The goddess would come and bless our lands and keep the people safe. However, the toxins in our world made the goddess sick and weak.
Therefore, it was announced that she would be reincarnated as a young, beautiful girl so she can finally live among the people.
Now, for generations, the people of Vesta have made a tradition in worshipping the most beautiful girl in the country, in the belief that she has the spirit of this goddess.
My mother called this a great tradition.
I call it hell.
But now the goddess is dead.
Now the goddess is dead.
Now the goddess is dead.
And the selection process has begun.
For the next goddess.
For the next goddess.
May the gods have mercy on our souls.
Have you ever been so nervous? All you can think about is that you need to do a nervous poo? No? 1 minute into the selection process and I thought I would vomit on all the intricate floor tiles. I don't get nervous often. Where I come from, showing nerves means you are weak, and being weak means you are going to be picked on. However, this time I could not help it. I kept looking around the building, focusing on every single detail, seeing if that would calm me down. My brother used to tell me horror stories about the Temple of Vesta, you know, about the clown rooms and the torturing devices. But instead of clown rooms, there were mirrors, and the torturing devices were never to be seen unless you count bluebells as a torturing device. This place was like nothing what people at home said at all. It was grand and it was safer, it was
A huge piece of shit. When I asked my mum if I really had to return to the land of hell, she cried and locked herself in her bedroom. Sadly, I could not cry and lock myself in my bedroom and eat my feelings away. No. I had to be an adult. Not my parents, not my hometown. Me. When I entered the building that morning, fumes of lilac wrapped around me like a nightmare. I hate lilacs. I hate flowers. What do they even do? They grow and they bloom and they die. All in what? Like a month or so. Anyway, when I entered the building that morning, not a lot had changed since I'd last stepped on their cracked out floors. A few paintings had moved around. Her room was still close shut, still in the rusty pink paint. Other than that, the place was still the shithole I remember. I'm sure no one expected me to come back. I heard my name mentioned a few times. Milda this, Milda that. Not that I care. Fuck 'em. It's just that it had only been 5 seconds and I already knew this selection process was going to be
Everything I ever dreamed about. Everything I ever dreamed about. The room, the people, the smell. My mother would tell me stories about what the place was like when I was younger. Before I went to bed, she would whisper in my ear that being the Goddess of Vesta is my destiny, and I will live the life that she was never allowed to have. I feel sorry for my mother. Just like me, she was chosen out of her hometown to come to this huge, beautiful building for the chance to be selected as the next goddess. Sadly, she was never chosen on that day. She had a scar from playing rugby with my uncle. She never stood a chance. Anyways, My mother has always wanted me to be the Goddess of Vesta. I can already hear the sacred words that she is going to say to me when I am chosen. She is going to look me in the eye and tell me,
"We are so proud of you." That's what my parents told me the day I was in the selected few. But now I'm here and I'm already comparing myself. The other two girls are more beautiful than me, especially the girl on the left. She is wearing a pink shirt and she looks dark and mysterious, but there's still kindness in her eyes. The other girl, she's also dark and mysterious, but I don't think there's any kindness there. She gives off the vibe where you know that she doesn't care, but she looks so familiar. Why does she look so familiar?
That girl's staring at me. Don't look, don't give eye contact, don't move.
Maybe I've met her before. She could have visited my school or something.
Should I say something? No, I won't give her the satisfaction.
But I would remember someone like her, though.
This is like a nightmare.
is that? I think that's Milda Asta.
I suppose there is one thing about us three, though.
I can't believe she's here.
Not one of us is similar in the slightest.
No, I stand no chance. The favouritism in this selection process sometimes.
Now they're both staring at me. Oh shit. They know.
Not like that is going to bother me. I am not going to let this faze me. I am going to stay calm and level-headed. I'm not going to let this bother me. Not at all. Not at all.
What's your problem?
Excuse me?
Your problem? You're staring.
Am I?
Yeah.
I don't think I am.
Oh, you are. Both of you, both staring.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to. Nervous is all.
Nervous for this?
Yes.
Oh, all you have to do is smile.
I think there is a little more to it than that.
And how would you know that?
My mother told me.
Oh, your mother knows everything.
Well, yes. Well, she was in this position years before I was born.
But she was never chosen, though.
No, she was never chosen.
Oh, shame.
Sorry, do I know you? Have we met before?
No, we haven't met.
But you look so familiar.
Yes, I have one of those faces.
Don't be modest, you're Milda Asta.
Yes. Yes, I am.
You look a lot
Oh,
like...
yes, of course I look a lot like my
Getting
sister.
offended all of a sudden.
I'm not offended at all.
Must be a compliment to look like you're...
What's this got to do with anything?
Sorry, but didn't mean to...
Look, I just want to get over this selection process as easily and quickly as possible. So it'd be lovely if you two could just leave me alone.
Really, I
When I
didn't...
say leave me alone, I mean don't look at me or talk to me. Okay? Okay?
Okay.
Good.
What a bitch.
I didn't mean to upset her.
No, you did nothing wrong.
I didn't.
I'm Elaine.
Tulia, I love your skirt.
Oh, do you really? It was my mother's.
Did she pick it for you specially?
She has been planning this day for a while.
Is that because she was close to being one? A goddess? I mean, sorry, I don't mean to be rude. You just mentioned she was in our place before and...
No, don't apologise. You are quite right. My mother has always wanted me to be the next Goddess of Vesta. She would always tell me that being in the selected few was the happiest day of her life. Having me was like a close fourth.
You have some good chance then for being selected.
Well, fingers crossed, though I don't think I stand much chance with you being here.
You're just saying that.
I assure you I'm not. You are naturally beautiful. Of course, the hair, the eyes.
My eyes.
I'm sadly not gifted with natural beauty, but there are always doctors that can help with that. It's like they say, when life gives you lemons, a simple operation can give you melons! It's a joke.
Ha! Yes, sorry. Very funny.
My mother says it a lot.
So you've had plastic surgery?
Just a little, not too much. A dabble here and there.
Well, I can't tell.
Really?
You know, sometimes I wish I could change my nose.
No, don't. Once you start, you can't go back, I assure you. Anyways, being the Goddess of Vesta is not only about looks, it's about being good and kind. She is meant to guard the hopes of the people and make sure that they are safe.
Yeah, well, the Goddess of Vesta is a great tradition.
What?
It's what my mum always says to me. The Goddess of Vesta is a great tradition.
Of course.
Everyone in line! Quickly!
Now, the one thing that you need to know about the priest is that she is
A leader. A saint.
a bitch. One stuck-up bitch. She's the one running the whole show.
She's going to choose out of us three.
She is the one in charge.
And I hate her with all my heart.
My friends and I at home find her an inspiration.
She's an egotistical,
First woman to ever become priest.
selfish,
First woman to ever run the temple.
manipulative cat.
I've heard all the stories about her, about how she came from nothing and is now the most powerful person in the world. But when she walked in and told us to line up, I just remember thinking she looked nothing how I imagined.
Welcome all, welcome. I am so happy that you three are here to represent our country, our community, our world. Through this week you will empower the lands that through grace and poise you will bring peace to the lands. I'm Joan, but I'm sure you already know that I've worked here for many years, helping each new goddess find their way as the new symbol of Vesta. And this year, I am the priest, but do not worry, I'm still happy to serve you girls, to make you feel as comfortable as possible, helping you face each tedious challenge. But before you start, I want you to remember something. I would like to say that this is not a competition.
Yeah.
This is a celebration of our youth, your talents, and I promise you, these gifts don't last for long. Today is going to be the most busiest days of your lives, so make sure you enjoy every moment of it, because only one girl is chosen to be the Goddess of Vesta.
Thank you so much. I think I speak for everyone when I say,
Are you okay?
Oh, the gods are communicating for me from above.
You've been speaking to the gods.
Yeah, a little. They talk more at me than I talk to them. The gods never stop looking to yap away. They're telling me what kind of decisions I should make for the good of the country. It's a special gift all priests have.
that sounds fantastic.
Fantastic, but painful. Too many voices in one head. It's very hard to make the right decision. That's why it's so important to choose our next goddess. We need to have powers of vision, seeing the past, present, and future, telling us how best we can help our people maybe finally bring peace to the lands.
I love that line so much.
What are they saying?
Oh, they're giving me mixed signals.
Can you focus? Is it because they're here somewhere?
Oh, they're gone. Do not fret. They will come back soon. They're so interested in the selected view.
Oh, really? I feel so special.
Now, I know you three have travelled far to come to the Temple Festival, so I'm not going to make you wait any longer. We're just going to do a test of your characteristics, see if you girls are in good shape, that you haven't got any scars, anything damaging physically or mentally. We want our future goddess to be perfect condition, don't we? Oh, let's start.
First, she looks over at me. She looks so dark and mysterious with her blonde hair, and she wasn't naturally beautiful, but you can tell that she's put work into her appearance, and her clothes fitted her almost perfectly. It made her look almost angelical. She looked nothing like I'd ever seen before.
Julia, right?
Yes.
Oh, our underdog very interesting. I was very excited to see you.
She acts so kind and nice. She's the exact opposite of what I thought the priest would be like.
How old are you?
18.
Awfully old. You have a lot of blisters on your hand.
I work a lot with wood.
Do they leave any scars?
No, they never have, so...
Oh, pity.
I have never been ashamed of my work. I have always been more proud of it than anything else. But that pity, it made me feel so insecure. Why do I feel so insecure? They normally fade in under a week. I was helping my mum a lot in the shop last night. So
Never
that's what I said.
mind, it doesn't matter anyway.
The priest then looked at me with bold eyes. I felt nervous, sick almost. My mother always said that first impressions count. I need this to be perfect. If I don't, then my mother will never forgive me.
What is your name?
𝗖𝗀𝗲𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀
very clear that you got the cheekbones done, but the rest, I'm impressed. I
you, I go to a great doctor.
There's no markings or scars either. A beauty, no doubt about it, but not perfect.
Is it because I'm very pale? Because I was never allowed to go outside, because my mum didn't want me to go outside.
Goddesses, keep quiet. Try and remember that.
Yes, I will remember that. Shit, I've already messed up. Why do I always talk so much?
Finally, she looks at Milda, and with one look, you know she is not happy.
Of course it had to be you, Milda.
Joan?
No. We had this conversation already. I am the priest now.
But you weren't the priest last time.
Well, things change and I'd like you to call me priest.
And I'd like you to call me up your arse.
Of course she didn't like that.
Very clever. Fine, let's get this over and done with. No markings or scars. You look beautiful, just like a... You look beautiful.
Are we done yet?
No. Got a few questions still.
Like?
How is your mental health? Is it good? Bad? Good? Are you seeing anyone? Any boy that has your fancy? I don't judge. Are you seeing visions? Have you got a feeling that someone's going out to get you? Milda? Any final comments?
I hate you.
Yeah, I've noticed. Right, well, I must congratulate you all. You have passed the first round with flying colours.
That was only the first round.
Of course.
Right, yes, sorry.
In the back there should be some rooms for you three to get changed in.
Change into what?
Bathing suits. We have some for you to put on if you haven't brought your own.
Why do we need to wear bathing suits?
The temple believes that when choosing a goddess they are in great health. By wearing bathing suits it receives the physiques of you three. Do not worry, this happens every selection process. It's a tradition, you can say.
I'm not doing that.
You have to.
I'm not doing that.
I
That's
think
fine.
you're forgetting yourself, Miss Astor. And I hope you remember last time that Astor forgot herself.
Of course I remember.
So, should we go change then? Or-
Yes, head, get changed. Not you, Milda. You're not helping yourself.
I do not know what you mean.
I don't want to play any games.
I'm not playing a game. I never play games. I suppose I should congratulate you
On what?
on your title, priest.
Well, thank you.
You must tell me, where did they store the old priest's body? It's very upsetting to find out there'd be no funeral for your
I'm sure you're deeply distressed by the news.
crying every night.
Do you know, I have no idea where the rotting corpse could be. I imagine he's 6 feet under some mud right now.
Or over a cliff. You know, it seems to be tradition that priests' lives are often cut short.
Hopefully that will all change.
With you,
Of course.
it seems your arrogance has grown since the last time I saw you. When you imagined yourself as priest, did you think that you would be this powerful being? A god that people would kneel down to? I always wonder.
Do you often wonder about my dreams?
It's an interesting thing to think about.
I imagine peace, community.
How's that going so far?
It's going extremely well.
I hate it when people lie. Such a cowardly response.
It's not going how I expected so far, but that will all change when the new goddess is picked.
Ah, yes. That.
Were you shocked when they told you when the selected few?
Of course not.
Look who's lying
I
now.
wasn't shocked. To be completely honest, I didn't feel anything.
I'm very sorry.
Most of my memories of my sister have been ruined through blood and politics, but I still remember that out of everyone, you were one of the nice ones. Giving her food, checking she was okay.
It was the least I could do.
But that does not mean that you can forget yourself. Just because you were nice does not mean that your hands are clean.
Milda,
Do you stay awake wondering what you did?
I do not know what you
Did
want me
think
to
about
say.
what my sister was thinking when she was trapped underground? Have you dreamt about her pacing her tiny room, taking less and less breaths until she was no more? Have you felt guilty over the past year, months, weeks, almost, have you?
I haven't lost any sleep, if that's what you're asking. I did nothing
I
wrong.
did nothing wrong, is that what you tell everyone?
I was telling the truth when I said I wanted peace and community, and the only way to achieve that was getting rid of your sister.
And killing my sister did that.
Your sister was a bomb. About to explode. She was taken down and there was nothing, not you, not I, could do to stop her. So what do? Do you wait till the bomb bursts into a million pieces, or do you remove the weapon entirely?
Don't talk about my sister like she was just an object to be
I'm
used.
so sorry, Milda, about your sister, but you know, the time comes in and out, taking everything along its way.
You can stop this, you know. You can stop the hunt for the next goddess. You and I both know the stories are myths, lies. There is no need for this.
But without the lies, there would be no control. And without control, there can truly we can't bring peace to the lands. Can we now?
I feel so silly.
You have to keep your neck up and don't slouch as much.
So you've had modelling lessons
Every Saturday.
every Saturday?
My mum thought it would help me walk better. You see, when I was a baby, I was all knees and elbows. I walked a little like a baby horse. So she sent me to walk up and down and up and down until I was the goddess she always wanted me to be.
On every Saturday?
Till I was 14.
That sounds depressing.
That was better than harp lessons.
You had harp lessons?
Those were on Sundays.
How many lessons have you had?
Like, in my lifetime?
I don't know, like in a week.
Well, in the mornings I have swimming lessons, but included in that, okay. On Monday, I have horse riding lessons. Tuesdays is yoga, Wednesdays is dance. Thursdays, I go to gym, but I also have sculpture lessons. That is where you shape clay into different types of models. And on Friday, I have sewing lessons, which are the best, calming and relaxing, and then it's back to modelling lessons on Saturday.
You do all that in a week?
Like clockwork.
You're like a machine. How do you have time to do all that and fit in schoolwork?
I kinda don't.
You don't go to school?
I go to school, I just don't take it too seriously.
Why not?
Well, I was never really expected to achieve much in school. I was more to be a pretty face for the rest of my life.
Well, I think you're more than a pretty face.
What about you?
Me?
Have you had any lessons?
No,
None.
never at the time.
What do you mean you never had time?
I had a lot of schoolwork.
A lot of schoolwork,
Yes,
seriously?
yes, it's very important.
Pathetic!
Hey, like you, I'm not expected to be a pretty face.
What are you expected to be then?
Well, I'm expected to be the breadwinner, provide for my family.
I don't understand.
Well, I live in a family of 8. and
What?
I'm the eldest of 6
6
siblings.
siblings?
Yes.
How do you cope?
All right, I suppose. It's just my mum running the shop and my dad is a soldier away at the war, so she is finding it hard with the recession and not seeing my dad that much.
I don't know how your mother does it. A shop and 6 children to look after. I can't even look after a plant.
I do my best to help out as well. You know, I go to school and then I go to work straight after, so I'm not like you. I don't have time to go to modelling lessons.
That's fine.
I know, I feel like I don't belong here. Normally it's the rich girls with their designer houses and big bags and a pinchy selection. I'm not like them.
You seem to hate those rich girls.
I don't, I'm just stating a fact. I don't hate those girls. I don't hate anyone.
That's not true. Everyone hates someone.
I don't.
It's a lie.
I just don't think anyone deserves that much money, mostly when they haven't worked for it.
You must think I'm worth something then. I haven't worked a day in my life. I haven't even tried to get a job.
Well, this is like a job.
I don't understand.
Well, if you are picked to be the goddess, then you have to work like any other man or woman, and you are rewarded the same like any other job. It's quite similar.
Rewarded? What do you mean?
You know, rewarded.
Oh, you mean the income, don't you?
It could be.
What was it again? 1,000, 2,000?
70,000.
I've already got the reason for income.
How come?
Well, the Goddess of Vesta isn't a job. It's a duty, it's an honour.
For some, yes, but for many it can be quite taxing. There are many negatives to being the goddess.
Like what?
Well, firstly, you can never see your family again. You can never speak to anybody again. Anytime you can socialise with somebody, it's just because they're bowing at your feet. It all looks so lonely.
Yes, I understand, but it's a small sacrifice.
It's not small.
Considering what is at stake, then yes, it is small.
It's not that easy.
I never said it was
But
easy.
my family needs the money. 70,000 a year could send my siblings to further education. 70,000 a year could help my mum with the shop. It could bring my dad back from the war. I want to believe that this is all more to me than believing in the Goddess of Vesta. I do, but I can't pretend. This is more to me than honour. This is for my family. Sorry. I'm sorry. I don't snap like that very often. I'm just very stressed.
My cousin is fighting as well. He left 2 years ago when the war just started. We haven't heard much from him since.
So you know what it's like.
A little. My aunt is suffering the most. She prays and prays for all of this to stop. That is how she says she knows that the last goddess was an imposter, because she didn't grant her her prayers and stop the war.
Well, I'm sure Milda's sister did her best.
Of course! No one is denying that. But it is obvious she had not the power of Vesta inside her. Otherwise the country would be at peace. Your dad would be home, and my aunt would stop praying for my cousin's safety. That is why this isn't just a job. People will depend on one of us three to save their homes, their families. This is more than a job. This is life and death, and we should be glad to give it all up for this opportunity.
I wish it was that simple.
With my mum being a mess at the moment, instead of packing my stuff, she packed all my sister's stuff instead. I hate swimsuits. Too revealing, one tiny flaw in the suit tattles to the world. My sister was so much more confident than me. I used to be so jealous of her when I was younger. She knew how to style herself, she knew the colours that suited her complexion, and she knew what fitted her and what not. Thank God there was a road for her. You know what? I'm good. I'm gonna get changed because this has all been a mistake.
Milda!
You were here! How was the priest?
Yes, it was lovely. We had tea while discussing the weather we're having nowadays. It was very interesting.
Really?
She didn't seem to like you at all.
I didn't seem to notice.
Did you not? It seemed so obvious.
I must have bad eyesight.
I must say, I love your bathing suit, Milda.
Oh, yes, it's beautiful. Red really is your colour.
It was my sister's.
Oh! I'll have a listen to if you want to buy that instead.
I'm fine.
Are you sure?
I thought red was my colour.
It was. It is. It is just that you do not want to invoke the priest any more than you already have. And she is already making comments about your mental health, and I wouldn't like you to receive any more.
Well, at least I didn't get the comment that I wasn't perfect enough. You know, I wonder what she was talking about. Maybe it was your nose or your bland personality. I'm not
Why? What?
It's a shame there's not a surgery to fix tired old bitches. If there was, I'm sure you'd be the first in line. Well, I suppose it is the only surgery you haven't had done yet.
Why are you so mean?
Me? Never.
We have been nothing but nice to you, Milda.
You know.
Please, can we just?
We have never given you trouble, never looked down on you for your situation, but no matter what, you seem to hate us. You want to ignore our existence and run away, but it is us that should run away from you.
And why is that?
Wow. We don't know if your sister's condition is contagious. I have never asked. Can you catch lunacy?
Take that back.
Is that why you're here, to prove that at least one person in your family is a barking man?
I think that's enough now.
I hate you so
Oh my
much. Because you're so brainwashed you actually believe all this shit. You are the perfect, innocent girl that this temple is so ready to use and be chucked out of a window when people are so tired of their new goddess. You think that if you're chosen that you will live this happily ever after because I promise you, you won't, because it's not real. None of this is real.
It is real, I know
It's
it.
not. This selection process is a competition for our execution, and whoever's chosen won't have a lot of time left. You'll have a decade at most, but you will die the most horrible, gruesome death possible. That is the truth, not this.
Why are you here then?
What?
Well, if you don't believe in it and you don't care about the money, why are you here then?
Gone quiet all of a sudden.
Even here, there are walls with ears. Maybe another time.
What does that even mean?
It means that, great, you're all here, let's get this over and done with. Everyone in line, okay. Oh, right, well, you all look healthy enough.
Enough?
Yeah, let's just begin, shall we? Everyone stand at the front.
There are several characteristics that a girl must have to be the Goddess of Vesta.
A goddess should have a body that is firm and soft,
Stand to the side.
Thighs that are strong and delicate.
arms that are long and slender,
Now to the other side.
A neck long and sturdy.
feet and hands that are firm and healthy,
A deep voice of a sparrow.
Now to the front.
the teeth that be as white as snow,
Hair straight and natural.
A face as beautiful as heaven itself.
A goddess should be perfect.
A goddess should be everything the world wants and more.
A goddess should be a fantasy that no one can achieve.
A goddess should
Yeah,
be...
stop. I think I've done now.
Have we all passed?
Yes, you've all passed. Yeah. Yeah. I think I want to try something. Julie, stand in the middle. Stand here. Okay. If you want to become the goddess, let me finish.
Sorry.
If you become the goddess and a woman comes to you, asking if you would bless her lands as our office has not been doing well lately, what would you do?
I suppose I would communicate with Sif, the god of harvest. Is that
Good. To do what?
to find a solution?
I suppose that would help. Now, if your family was in trouble,
What?
yes, your family business has gone bust.
Has that actually happened?
No, it's just an
Because
idea.
I told Macy had to look after the shop now. Has it actually gone
No,
bust?
it's just
I
like
knew I was too young to help out, Mum. I should write to them or travel.
You know what?
With the shop.
I believe it. I think I've meant you to.
But you said...
Yeah. The shop is fine. It's good. It's okay. Milda, stand in the middle. Oh my God, please. Could you? Okay. Good. Let's start. A man comes to you, asking you to save his wife, who is dying. What would you do?
I'm not giving you some bullshit answer about how I communicate to the imaginary gods. So
Well, we're not moving on till you do.
I'm not doing it.
Could you give some bullshit answer so we can all move on with our day?
I would touch the hand of the dying wife, giving her the belief that she's been healed by the Goddess of Vesta, blah, blah, blah. And then you would probably do something to make sure that she survives, so that everyone keeps believing in this goddess bullshit, which will make everyone very happy.
Good, that was actually quite good, yeah.
My turn. I would talk to the man and tell him that if he prays to the gods, then his wife will actually get better. I would also like to try and talk to him about the situation that he's found himself in.
No, the goddess does not speak to the people.
Why not?
One reason is that the goddess is a mystery, a secret being, and if she talks, she'll just be like any regular common girl. The goddess can only communicate to the priest, her family, and the gods above. That is it.
But what if the old man really...
No.
I really think that we should talk to the people more. It would be really good if they knew that we were on their side, and it would make them feel so much better.
Do you ever shut up? Goddesses keep quiet. That is a rule for a reason. It is placed because only we have to keep the goddess sacred for all, but it's very hard to communicate to the gods above if someone's just talking away. and how can we can't talk to gods and bring peace to the lands? Oh. Sorry, they're talking to me again. Yes? I understand. I know.
What do they say?
Ah, they agree with me. It's a shame about
about you, Elaine.
Me? Yeah, you would be so perfect here, but you ruin yourself with your talking. It's ever so distracting. It's a shame. But I wonder how your mother's going to feel about this.
No, I don't mean to upset the gods.
Why don't we play a little game? See how long you can be quiet for. I'm starting now. Now, I think you've done, girls, so well. So we're just going to leave it for today and start again tomorrow. And we'll announce the goddess tomorrow afternoon. So if you follow me, I'll show you to your rooms.
Goddesses, keep quiet. Goddesses, keep quiet. I can keep quiet. In fact, I am going to stay quiet right now. I'll be honest, I can't keep quiet. It's not who I am. My mother would always go on about how much I talk. She always said that you will never date a boy with a mouth like that, which never bothered me, but if it keeps my mother happy and I can have my dream, then why not? Can I be honest again? I don't think anything I would do would make my mother happy. You see, when I was only little, that was the first time she told me that what is in my head does not matter. At the time, I nodded and accepted her words with ease, but I didn't take them seriously. It wasn't until I was 13 that I found out how serious she was. For my birthday, she booked an appointment with a surgeon for my nose. And for Christmas, I got the same gift. But this time it was for my breasts. My mother always called me her pretty little doll. Sometimes I think she forgot that I'm not made out of plastic. So I got the surgery. I changed my nose, my breasts, my hair, my eyes, my skin. I changed everything for this process. For my dream. My dream. It is my dream. It is my mother's dream. I love her.
Who's that? Just me. Who? It's me, Milda.
Well, go away. I don't want anyone to comfort me.
Yeah, I wasn't going to.
Good, because I don't want you to.
Okay. Elaine? Just be a little bit quieter, please.
Okay. Do you think my mother will still love me if I'm not chosen tomorrow?
Probably not. So.
She's going to hate me forever.
Forever. I'm sure she won't hate you forever.
She will. She'll kick me out of the house in disgrace.
You don't even know if you haven't been picked to be the goddess yet.
Of course I haven't been picked. I can't keep my gob shut, which means it'll be difficult to keep in contact with the gods, which will lead to millions of deaths.
That's not true.
The priest said it is.
Well, the priest lied.
The priest can't lie.
And yet here we are.
Why are you so against all of this?
Why do you want to be the next goddess so much?
I asked first.
I did believe that there was a young girl who had the energy of the goddess and that she was communicating with the gods above to give us fortune and happiness. And it was the greatest day of my life when I found out that my sister had been chosen.
My parents must have been thrilled.
Overjoyed. But she gradually got worse. Her skin turned yellow from not going outdoors, and she wouldn't eat, no matter how much I begged her to. And the worst thing is that she'd dig at the walls any time the priest entered the room like she was trying to escape.
What was the last priest like?
The priest pig. He just said it was her containing the energy of the goddess. Bullshit. She was sick. We all knew that, and then the incident happened.
I was there when the incident happened. I remember her running out of the temple screaming at us to help her.
So when I saw her being dragged from the temple to be executed, I don't know, something about it all just said it wasn't quite right.
I'm sorry.
Your turn. Why do you want this so badly? If you saw what happened to my sister, why are you here?
Because I believe in it.
That's not a good enough reason.
Because I want to make my mother proud of me for once. She always said that being the goddess is my destiny. It's all she's ever wanted for me.
But do you want to be the next goddess?
I want to help my country. Stop the war and stop the recession and bring peace to the lands.
You really believe all this, don't you?
It is real.
It's not.
Then how is the priest talking to the gods?
The priest isn't talking to any gods.
She is. You saw her earlier.
What, when she moved her head as if she was in pain? I can do that, you know. Oh, the gods, they're talking to me. They're telling me that this is all bullshit.
If it isn't real, then why do so many people believe in it then?
I don't know. Because we're brought up to believe it. Because we're scared that if we don't believe it, then we won't get luck or fortune. Because when one says one thing and another says another, it all just becomes this rippling effect of lies.
That's a depressing way of thinking about things.
It's the right way to think about things.
Elaine! Milda!
We're over here!
I woke up and none of you were there. You had me worried.
Milda was comforting me.
Yes, well, I had to be on my way. So.
To do what?
Nothing.
Nothing.
No! You can't leave.
Yes, really, I've got to go. But
I meant to ask you about that, which you never actually said.
what?
Why are you here?
I'm here because there's something important I need to find.
What is it?
Come on! No one can hear us.
There's always someone here listening in. If you want to be the next goddess so much, you're going to have to learn that quickly.
Is that how the temple found out about the boy?
Let's not talk about that.
What's this about?
Well, the reason Milda's sister was executed was because it was discovered that she was seeing this boy.
It wasn't the allegations were false.
And that's bad?
Oh, of course. It would make her impure. Seeing this boy would bring her flaws, cloud her mind.
It wasn't true.
But they killed her for that.
Well, yes.
I thought it was because she went, you know.
Well, no, it was because of this boy.
Well, there was no evidence.
Well, it must be true because they wouldn't kill someone for no reason.
There was no reason.
Did you know the boy?
Can we not? Please.
Sorry, I'm sorry.
Yeah, I know you're sorry, but sorry's not going to fix anything now, is it?
I think I'm feeling better now. I'm going to go to bed.
I think I'll join you. Are you coming, Milda?
No, I'm fine.
Thank you
For what?
for helping me.
Didn't mean to.
No, I thought you were this bitch that didn't care about anyone.
How do you know I'm not?
Because you stayed.
You know, I thought you were this bitch that didn't care about anyone. How do you know I'm not? Because you stayed.
How much did he hear?
Only that part.
And what did your spies? What did they hear?
Too easy.
You're enjoying this, I can see it in your face.
A little. I find it amusing how you're squirming underneath my fist.
I'm not squirming, I promise you that. It was cruel what you did earlier. With what you said to Elaine.
You loved it. Admit it.
She believes this with all her heart. She wants to be the next goddess so much.
I think she's an amusing girl. Beautiful. No question about it. But she's naive too. Too naive. I wouldn't give her a week. Now Tulia, she's the perfect girl. The underdog. And who doesn't love an underdog story? She's graceful and kind-hearted, however.
What?
She's too dependable on her family. She'll miss them too much. And we can't have someone who's not mentally there now, do we?
What's this got to do with me?
Now we get to the last girl, Milda. She has a troubling past, a lot of controversy, but she knows how to play the game and she doesn't have many emotional ties. Some would say troublesome, I would say ideal.
No.
Yes.
Me?
Who else?
I didn't think this would happen, Jane, but you have truly gone mad.
We are the same, Milda.
We are nothing alike.
We came to this game at the same time. You were just the goddess's sister and I was a squire, but now we're here. One of the most important pieces on the chessboard.
We have travelled far.
And we can travel farther. You need to trust me.
I'd rather jump off a cliff or push you, whichever more fun.
You are a person who thinks in extremes, that the world is black and white, and you have placed me, the goddess, and the temple in a box that's labelled bad. But I assure you, there's some good in me. You know, I would visit your sister every day. I'd give her letters to you, even when the old priest denied it. I tried everything in her power to help her and you.
Oh wow, you're a kind, decent human being. Congratulations.
Now I know a plan of us getting both what we want.
Which is?
I want to change things to make the country better, and I can't do it with the old men still running this temple.
But you're the priest. Aren't they supposed to follow your orders?
You think? They're still caught up with the old times when the clock stopped ticking and a woman wasn't telling them what to do.
I still don't know what this has to do with me.
You want revenge for your sister, for what they did, how they made up the story about this admirer.
So they did make it up?
They did, and I'm sorry. I tried and tried. I was just a woman in the background. They wouldn't listen, but if you stand with me, you can take your revenge.
Is your right-hand man?
As the goddess of Vesta, you'll be charged. You can rule over those monsters who are killing. Your sister was better than admitting that they picked the wrong girl. Even now, do you not imagine what it would feel like to have those who wronged you to be bowing down?
You have to be breathing to be bowing down.
Funny.
What?
I was thinking the same thing. I say it's time for us, Milda. For us to control the game rather than some old man. I've been working for this my whole life, to be at the top, and I want you there with me.
At the top?
Say it. I've always wanted to be worshipped by millions. This flaw in you I could see in your face even when you were younger.
It's true, the idea never revolted me.
So?
I suppose it would be better to have a priest with some intelligence rather than one who doesn't know the difference between his dick and his brain.
You're very clever, Milda. I respect you for that.
And as hard as it is to admit it, I respect you too. A low-born girl who has built herself up to the top. It's inspirational.
So here we are, the goddess and the priest, out of all odds.
As for all odds.
May we finally bring peace to the lands. It's getting late. You should be off to bed.
Yes. Sleep.
I would like to say before you go that I thought your anger towards me would cloud your judgment, but I'm glad you saw sense. Good night. Sleep well, Milda.
Night.
Stop fiddling.
I wish I was more like you. I hate this dress.
It's a beautiful dress.
Do you think Milda's okay? She wasn't in her bed when we woke up.
I'm sure she's fine.
I didn't mean to upset her.
She knows that.
Does she? She seemed so angry last night.
You did nothing wrong, Tulia. You only asked a couple of questions. That's not a crime.
What do you think this last round will be about?
Maybe checking our height or seeing if we have any special talents. I can do a handstand. Do you want to see?
No. Milda, you're here.
Yes, well, I just went for a walk to calm my thoughts.
I wanted to say,
Tulia,
I know sorry won't fix things, and I shouldn't have asked questions about your
Tulia,
sister.
it's fine. You were curious about what happened, and if I was in your position, I would be asking as many or more questions about it all as well. You don't need to apologise.
I don't.
She doesn't.
Whatever happens today, I'm happy I met you two. I know I'm not the easiest person to get along with, but I hope we can come together and at least be content with the outcome.
Yeah. Yeah. Thanks.
Going to have a moment to myself, if that's okay?
Yeah. Okay.
What the
She
actual?
seems so nice.
What kind of walk did she go on last night?
Great, you're all up and ready to start today. It shall not long till we reveal who our next goddess shall be, so keep your strength up and keep fighting. It's not over yet now. I'm very excited to reveal our final round. It's a new way we're going to decide the next Goddess of Vesta, so that maybe a few quirks that won't work, but this is a learning experience for all. Today, you will all go into separate rooms where there's a challenge for you to face. I won't spoil too much what the challenge is about, but it's not going to be easy. Now, you can stay in the room as long as you like. This is just see how you react to the challenge rather than how quickly you solve it. So I'll be here watching along the way, so don't be scared. Elaine, you'll go first. Are you ready? Oh, you've been working on your silence very good.
Thank you, I thought I should.
Oh, never mind, it was nice as it lasted. Now, you see that room over there? That is where you're going to go. The door's unlocked, so just walk in, and Tulia, your room's right next to hers.
Great, so we're not alone then.
Oh, if that makes you feel safer, then yes, off you go. Yeah.
Where am I going?
Oh, this one over there.
My sister's room.
We felt as a temple that this is a great challenge for you to overcome.
What kind of challenge?
You'll work out. Don't worry. You'll do well. I have full faith in you.
Don't do that.
What?
Be nice. Doesn't suit you.
Come back very soon!
As soon as I entered the room, I felt a chill down my back. I've been searching for ages for a light, but it's so dark I can't see anything. How am I supposed to do the challenge if I can't even see where I'm standing right now? Oh, where am I?
What are you doing?
Who's there?
Look at the state of you.
Mother?
Your clothes, your hair.
How are you here?
Now speaking nonsense about not wanting to be the goddess of Vesta.
I know deep down I wouldn't be good at it.
This is an honour for you, for your family.
Mother, please.
I spent so much money on you to be perfect.
I didn't
You want
ask
to be
you to
ungrateful.
spend that money.
And what are you going to do if you're not a goddess? You aren't smart enough to get a job.
I am smart.
You're a stupid girl
I will figure something
who
out.
has no idea about the
You
real
just have to
world.
believe in me.
You didn't have what it takes.
Please.
Pathetic.
Mother.
Lazy.
No, please.
useless girl.
Mother.
I should have had another girl. She would have been better. She would have achieved so much in her life. She would have done what I asked. She would have been the next goddess of Vesta. She would have been better than you.
Maybe you should then.
Excuse me?
If you had another girl, maybe you would finally leave me alone. I have had you criticize my every move my whole life, telling me that I would never be good enough to be the goddess of Vesta, even though it was never my dream. It was yours. If you want to have a robot daughter, then fair enough. I'm not stopping you. But leave me the fuck alone! That doesn't normally work. Why did that work? Oh, no. This challenge, no. Tulia!
I'm doing this for you!
Tulia!
I think this is what my brother meant about the clown rooms and the torturing devices. I don't show my nerves a lot, like I've said, especially never to my mum or my siblings. They've already got enough on their plate than to worry about me, but this time I can't help it. I thought that there would be a riddle in this room or something, but there's nothing here. Just a couple of portraits staring into me with their cold eyes. I want to go home.
Julia,
Mum? What are you doing here?
I'm here to take you home.
Really? But what about the ink and what about the selection process?
It doesn't matter anymore.
Well, I can't see you. Step forward.
It doesn't matter at all now.
Why, please? I can't see you.
I've got a letter from the army.
I don't understand.
He's
What is it? What can I do?
gone, Julia.
That is...
and the shop's gone bust.
Well, Mum, please.
Your siblings starved.
Oh, what, Mum?
And our lives are ruined.
How? I've only been gone for 2 days, Mum, please. I can't see you.
I could cry for everything that's happened to us.
Don't,
To our family.
don't cry. We'll fix this.
There's an anger that is stopping me from falling apart.
Angry at what?
An anger at you.
Me?
If you really cared about us, you wouldn't be doing this.
I'm doing this for you.
Everything is ruined because of you.
Mum, please.
You have destroyed your family.
Mum, please just give me a minute and I'll be selected and I can fix this. I promise I can fix this. I'll quit work and I'll go to school. I promise.
Julia!
My mum, she's at my dad is dead. What?
It's fake, the challenge. This is the challenge.
What? Who would lie about that?
I think I've figured out that no one here is in their right mind. We have to go. But we have to go now.
Hello. Joan. Ow.
Fuck's sake. Mel? Milda!
If that's you, Joan, I'm gonna fucking kill you.
I thought you wouldn't find me. Mel, where are you?
Gwen? Sister?
I thought you forgot about me.
No, of course not. I can't see you, Gwen. Where are you?
Mel? Milda, I'm over here.
You're alive? But I thought you were dead. How did you escape?
I'm over here.
But I should have helped you. I should have helped you more. I could have got you out.
Are you going to let them hurt me again?
No, of course not. Just tell me how you got away.
I'm scared, Mel.
Gwen, you left something here.
I'm scared.
It's important. I need to find it. It will solve everything. It was in
Please,
your...
Milda, find
If you would just tell me where you left your...
Milda, come to me, please.
Please, I can't find you. I can't see you.
They're going to kill me, Milda. I'm scared.
But who?
Milda, come find me.
But you're here, right?
Of course I am. Come to me and we can go home. We can be happy again.
Right.
We can go home and spend time with Mum and Dad. I can write you stories and read them to you like we used to.
Like we used to. I hope we can do other stuff. Like we can go swimming in the lake in summertime again.
Of course. Those were such happy times at the lake.
You pricks.
Milda!
You pricks! There was no lake. We never swam in our lives, you pricks! You killed her and you used her to hurt me. Fuck you. Fuck you. I hate this fucking place. Well, I suppose I will get my revenge as the next Goddess of Vesta. As the next... What am I thinking?
Piece.
What was that?
A small challenge?
A small? You made me believe that my dad is dead.
I'm sorry, it needed to be done. We can't have someone like Milda's sister. She was just too weak. And by this challenge, we learned who is the strongest.
It was cruel.
Tulia is right. It was wrong of the temple to manipulate us like that.
People get manipulated all the time, but we can't let our emotions get in the way. We have to do what's best for the country. If that's doing the cruelest thing, I have faced many challenges like this, but I did it in the knowledge that it was all worth it in the end.
But it doesn't matter.
This shouldn't stand. We should be uplifting the goddess, not tearing her.
Goddesses, keep quiet, remember.
I think I'd like to go home now.
The Goddess of Vesta is a great tradition. If we pick the wrong candidate, then there would be more wars, more bloodshed. People would die by the millions. There would be no one to rule or govern, making the people suffer as a consequence. This process has to be taken with such care so we can finally bring peace to the lands. Milda, I knew you would make it.
Did you know?
I was talking to Julia and Elaine about...
Oh, I heard your little act. How long did it take you to memorise all that? You must have been learning your lines in the mirror for a while.
I do not know what you mean. Come forward, join us.
I don't know who to be more angry at, you or myself.
Milda, please.
Because I was so close. I was so close, and believe me, I was just a woman. They wouldn't listen to me, you two tiny bitch.
What's this about?
You asked me earlier, Julia, why am I here? My sister loved to write. She wanted to become an author rather than be a statue for people to gawk at, but my parents decided that they knew better, and here we are.
Milda, you're being silly.
She had a diary that she'd carry around with her. Couldn't find it anywhere at home, so I thought it must be here. Do you want to hear what it says, Joan?
Stop it now.
6th of February. Joan came to visit me again. She's bringing me games and telling me loads of marvellous stories. Thank the gods there is someone looking out for me. 13th of May. I've been taking these meds that Joan says are meant to make me feel better. She says it'll take time to have the effect needed and I might feel a bit ill and tired, but after a while these meds will finally help me communicate with the gods above and help me see my visions more clearly.
You know, let's talk in private.
Elaine, tell me again, when did you see my sister running away from the temple?
Early July. I had just finished my classes.
I wasn't the cause for your sister.
19th of August. Joan told me that all I need to do to go home is say that I've been seeing this boy. She wants me to be happy and she knows this place is not good for me. I've been wrong about her the whole time. But she wasn't wrong, was she? You were giving her those meds, lying to her face, making her more and more ill. Then you made up a story that she was seeing this boy even though she never left the fucking temple.
She set your sister up, but why?
Because my sister was just a piece on the chessboard that you were ready to take away in order to achieve everything you wanted: power, control.
I loved Gwen. Like, she was my own sister. I really did. And the made-up story. I never told her to do that. She did that by herself. I begged her not to do it. I did. Let me show you the diary. She wrote something. I won't touch it. Just let me show you, Milda. She wrote something down. I promise you I didn't do anything. Great. Okay, so it's, right. Yeah, it's there. Oh,
Give that back.
Oh, I forgot how much your sister wrote.
I warn you, Joan.
The gods are speaking to me again.
Give me the diary back.
They're saying something really interesting. Yeah, they're saying that the diary. Oh, this diary. It's a fucking fake.
That's mine.
You really thought you could use this diary against me? Use your sister as a way to get back to me? I'm disappointed in you, Milda. The gods tell me that this diary is fake. You used it against me.
No, I didn't. I'll tell everyone what you did. I'll tell them that you drugged my sister, how you gave fake evidence to the temple, and how you lied to everyone.
And who's going to believe you? Because Julie and Elaine didn't see this proof.
That's because you threw it
Oh,
away.
the fake diary.
It wasn't fake.
Oh, the gods! They told me otherwise. Yeah, and they're not going. The people are not going to go against me. They're gods. They're priests now, though. They went. Hey, let's don't get too upset. Why don't we, before we choose our next goddess, you and I go for a talk about your sister, because she really meant everything by me, and a one-to-one discussion will go a long way.
You are such a liar.
Milda, excuse me.
It can't end this way.
Now, as that's over and done with, I like to say before we choose the next goddess that you've been great, all of you. You should be proud that whoever's the next goddess should feel excited, because we're going to start something lovely and incredible, and the nation will go back on fondly for many, many years. So the next goddess will be...
Are you okay?
Yeah, it's just my head.
What's going on?
I think the gods...
Are the gods communicating with you?
That's not possible.
Yes, I think the gods, they are telling me that the priest is... Well, she's a liar.
Very funny now, Julia. Let's stop it now.
The gods are communicating with me as well. They're telling me that the priest is a lying prick.
I think that as well.
I said stop it!
I think I'm also getting visions of the priest You've gone mental.
Oh, I don't think you need the gods to tell you that. Have you seen the state she left the temple in after her tragic breakdown?
The temple is fine.
Is it?
Yes.
Is it really?
Yeah. It's not looking so good now, is it? Fucking idiot. Getting visions! But the priest, well, she has tried to kill us.
I never laid a finger.
Yes, and I'm getting visions that she put poison in our drinks.
Oh, that's a lie, a foolish one.
Yeah, but if I say one thing, another repeats it, I'm sure people will believe us eventually.
I thought you were clever, Milda. You know, and I know they would never stand. You don't stand a chance to put my word against yours.
But what if I said that I saw the same thing?
And what if I agreed with them? That's 3 against 1, right? What will your gods say then?
They would. Sorry, girls. Goddesses keep quiet. She must be having a hard time connecting with the gods, what with us asking so many questions.
The lies will never work.
If I tell people what the gods have said to me, I wonder how many people will believe us.
I think we should go out into the streets first, though. Tell the people what we heard from the gods above.
Yeah, I think we'll start with what they said to me. That the priest is to be kicked out, or better, executed.
I think I'll do it now. I don't believe that. Do it, Julia. Wait. Don't you want your dad back? If you do this, you won't get him back from the war. I care about that.
I'm sure you did.
Elaine, what about your mother? She'll hate you forever. She'll kick you out of her house. You don't want that. You don't want to make her upset.
Honestly, I don't care that she is upset.
Listen to me, Milda, listen.
Why should I?
You're not going to fix anything if you do this.
You don't.
You won't repent for your sins, a true revenge. Then this is not the way. They will get another priest and pick another goddess. The cycle will continue. The men who won the temple, truly won the temple, will win. And us women will be shoved away for another 1,000 years. I did things I'm not proud of. I used your sister and I will never forgive myself for that. I should have done it. I know that now. I was selfish and desperate to finally achieve my dream, but I made it. You're just like me, Milda.
You keep saying that,
You
but I would
have
never
this-
do what you did.
You have this anger in you. That's why you haven't walked away yet. You want to be on top of the pyramid. You just can't admit it to yourself yet. You want those men to bow down to you. It's okay. You don't have to say it. I know deep down, and you know it too. You were strong even when you were younger. Should have seen it then. Forgive me for not noticing you for who you are.
Which is?
Goddess of Vesta. Stay with me, Milda. Please stay. You want to, I know you. You'll be in charge with me. You can change everything with me, and we can finally bring peace to the lands.
Fuck your peace.